The weather can play a large part in how horses feel and how they act. In this video, you'll see footage over a 48-hour period, and you'll also see what happened before and after Miss Kitty stopped eating. They're having fun.
Mommy, you know what they do that performance?
Yep.
In the rodeo, they're like doing that. They're making a circle around the arena.
Yep.
Miss Kitty looks pretty fast.
Yeah.
She almost beat it. Sally's running pretty fast too. Mommy, you notice my hands?
Where's your gloves?
We can't reach them.
Oh.
Look at stuff. Look at Bear. I've never seen Bear run any faster. He's not even going.
Just sit and eat. Today is November 27th, and this is our first big storm of the year. All the schools are canceled, and colleges canceled, and businesses are canceled. My riding lessons are canceled. Gosh. So I left Miss Kitty's in a stall. I left Nika and Manzer out for the night with the herd. Stella loves it. Oh, good morning, Miss Kitty. Oh, great. Hi, are you super upset that you're stuck in a stall? Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, great. She didn't eat it all. Oh my gosh. For those of you who have been following Miss Kitty's story, you understand that she's on a special diet due to her recent health issues. If you're not familiar with Miss Kitty's story, be sure to check out her playlist so you can see everything that's been going on with her. Now, she's getting mash, and she's also getting chopped hay, and she has free choice regular hay, and she didn't touch any of it all night, and she's very stressed out, as you can tell from the pawing. Now, Miss Kitty's never had an issue with being in a stall before. She's always pretty content, and it's never bothered her, so I was very surprised to find her like this. As you can see, her flank is kind of sucked up, and she's clearly been pacing for quite some time. Now, the reason that Miss Kitty stayed in a stall last night is because of the winter storm. We had very high winds in the direction that the wind was blowing. Had I left her stall door open to the paddock that's behind the barn, the stall would have filled with snow. So, and she has a tendency to just go outside and stand by the gate so she can see the other horses, and I wanted to make sure that she stayed out of the weather. Miss Fussy Pants didn't want to eat anything in her stall. So, you know, I'm in a position where I really don't have a choice because I've got this mare. I can't have her losing weight because she's 26 years old. And we are just now starting winter. It is November 27th today, and winter is going to come on strong, and I've got to have weight on this horse. I decided it would be best to just turn Miss Kitty loose out of the stall and let her meander around the barn and see what I could actually get her to eat. Chopped hay has never been a problem, but she suddenly decided she wanted nothing to do with that anymore. Then I went ahead and gave her some Safe Choice Original. She did eat about a cup of that, but for the most part just kind of spilled it. Then alfalfa pellets, she didn't want anything to do with that. I had bought those for her to feed soaked, and she wouldn't eat them wet or dry. I tried to give her some fresh mash, and she wanted nothing to do with that, so I figured I would try giving her some of the Nutrina Senior without it being soaked. She did eat a little bit of that, but definitely not enough. This is the part of horse ownership that people don't prepare you for, because they get to a certain age, and there's only so many things that you're going to be able to get them to do. So she's decided, no, I am not eating that. And what do? You can't do anything about it. If I don't let her just eat whatever it is that she wants, she's gonna get too thin and she's not gonna be able to make the winter. So I'm taking a risk at this mare choking on all this grain, but by gosh, she won't eat anything. So she won't eat it wet, and It's kind of like, I remember when my great-grandpa was, well, he was 93 when he died, but towards the end, he didn't want to eat anything, because he couldn't taste anything. And he never drank in his life, and he started drinking whiskey. So, but it was the only thing that he could taste, and you know what? Whatever they want when they're old, doesn't matter. But she's so upset right now. She's, you know, she may not seem upset to you, but I know that this horse is not comfortable. She's just meandering around the barn, and she's searching. She's searching for something, but she can't figure out what it is. And I'm going to turn her outside for a couple hours because that's really all I can do with her. She's not happy being stuck in the barn, and she's, what are you going to do? So here's what I want to know. Will you leave me a comment below with the struggles you've been through with older horses, and tell me what you fed them that works. I did give her beet pulp. I actually haven't given it to her in a while. It's been a couple of years, but she was not a fan of beet pulp at all, so I'm not giving her beet pulp currently. It is in the senior feed, so I am going to try picking up some beet pulp, see if she'll eat that, but I have a feeling that she's not going to want to touch it. So she's just, here's what we got going on, meandering around and doing whatever she wants. But I need this horse to drink, I need this horse to eat, and you know, I hate to bring this up, but it's real. I don't want this horse to die in the winter. I mean, you know, losing our horses is one thing. It's terrible. We never want to think about losing our horses, but it's reality. And the fact of thinking, okay, if this horse decides to stop eating now, how am I going to bury her? How am I going to take care of that this time of year? So it's not ideal at all. And honestly, I mean, she's been in such great shape. She's still working. She's still doing lessons. So she's not in a position, I feel, where I should just put her down right now. But walking in the barn this morning and finding what I found really surprised me. I'm shocked that she's not wanting to eat her stuff. The stresses that go along with owning horses is never ending. Once one kind of goes away, another one comes, and you know, it's just what it is. But I think this is the stuff that people just don't warn you about. Well, I'll show you a little bit of Manzer and Nika, everybody's favorite. Yes, sweetheart. Want to say hi to the people? And then Manzer, his cute little wet bum. See, and Miss Kitty's got all this grain everywhere, and she's over there searching. She's searching in the grain bins. She's looking for more. I don't know what else to give her. I'm giving her everything I can. I've given her everything that we have to offer, and she's like, no, I need something else. So I don't know what to do for her. Hey, little buddy. Isn't he just the cutest? Oh, he's so cute. Today is his first blizzard, so when I called him in out of the pasture, I've never seen him like soaked before, so he's all wet and frisky and came running in, went right in a stall like a big boy. I'm so excited. He's so good. I have been through this situation once before with my horse Poco. He was 26 when he died, and you know, the couple of months leading up to his death were pretty troublesome as far as trying to find out anything that he would eat. He was very sick at the end, and we had a very hard time getting him to eat anything besides grass in our yard. And right now we do not have grass because we've got 2 feet of snow. So you know, this is bringing back some memories for me that I don't necessarily care for, And yeah, I'm open to suggestions. So if you've got any suggestions as to what this mare that is wandering my barn might be willing to eat and get some good weight on her. She still looks good right now. I just don't want her to lose any more. So she's, you know, and I've also been through this before where horses didn't make it through the winter, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to do that. I don't want this horse to have to do that. I don't want to have to go through that process, and so yeah, we're kind of in a pickle here. Maybe that's all she needed was a good roll and stuff her face in the snow. Now it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on November 28th, and Miss Kitty has been out with her herd since last night. She really didn't want to be alone and went and stood by the gate, so I gave in and just let her out. The weather was good, so I didn't see a reason for her not to be out there. Now, as you can see how she just kind of wrung her neck like that, Miss Kitty does that when she's frustrated or annoyed or frisky, or if she needs something, or sometimes even if there's pain. So there's a lot of different things that can mean. I just know that for some reason right now she's not comfortable. As you can see, she's standing away from the herd. Earlier in the day she was in with the herd eating hay, and now for some reason she feels the need to sort of isolate herself from everybody else. So I didn't notice anybody really picking on her, but I wasn't there the entire time to see everything that was happening. It would not surprise me, however, if the other horses sensed that there was something going on with her and drove her out of the herd. Now, if you've been curious as to which horses have been pestering me this whole time that I've been filming, it's Ona and Sally and Bear. These three seem to really like Miss Kitty, and they just kind of stood there and watched her like, hey, what you doing over there? So they're very loyal to her. Remember that big storm that we had yesterday? All of this snow is just from that storm. 2 days ago, we didn't have any snow on the ground. So we got about 24 inches of snow in a 24-hour period. It's my glove. It's Kitty, that's my glove. Miss Kitty, don't eat my glove. What are you doing? I have my glove. Did you get picked on last night? Did you get picked on last night? Let's see. You're the one that wanted to come out. You are the one that wanted to come out. Yes, you are. Let me see. Oh, poor baby. She got bit pretty good last night. Girl. It's my glove. Yeah, it's my glove. You're silly. Silly little girl. Please don't eat my glove. I wasn't aware that horses liked leather. Yuck.